Hey everyone, welcome to the Checkered Chat. I'm Justin,
Blake.
and we are here after Texas. Gonna
Woo.
Texas.
Yeah.
Another Chase Elliott dub. Another cars ride the truck in Dente.
Yeah.
Yeah, not to give any spoilers, but if you're listening to this, you probably watched the race, I would assume.
Most likely.
Most likely, unless you're just trying to catch up. But yeah, so all in all, decent weekend.
Yeah, pretty solid.
Yeah.
It was a good Texas weekend.
Yeah.
I think Texas has got revived by the next gen car because the Gen 6 didn't race good there and they were like borderline gonna lose dates.
Yeah.
Or just lose the track on the schedule. Yeah.
Definitely.
The next gen being as good as it is on mile and a half has helped that track tremendously.
Yeah. No, 1,000%.
Because they kind of butchered it with the way that they reconfigured it with the old car, but this car takes better to it.
Yeah, definitely. So news this week.
We have a decent bit.
Yeah, it's actually after a few weeks of not a ton, there's a decent bit on this one.
Yeah.
Catherine Legg is set to return to the Cup Series this weekend at Watkins Glen in the 78 for Live Fast Motorsports.
I expect nothing. I don't want to sound like a hater by saying that, but like it is cool. I'm glad that she's back to get more experience, give it another shot. But like, I don't expect a whole lot.
Yeah,
she's gonna run the Indy 500 this month.
Yeah,
I expect more out of her at the Indy 500 than I agree
100%. Stephen Malozzi will return to the Truck Series, running the 33 truck, filling in for Frankie Muniz at Watkins Glen. So this is because there's a scheduling conflict for Frankie.
Yeah, he's racing like GT4 cars.
Yeah.
And I guess this was like one of the weekends that it overlapped, and I mean, I'd probably go run the GT4 car over running the 33 truck anyway.
Yeah. Because who is Stephen Malozzi?
Have you seen him on like Instagram and TikTok before? He's the guy. He was trying to get a ride with Ram. He works at Outback. He like goes to college somewhere in Pennsylvania. He like literally works at Outback.
Oh, wow.
But like he got a Bristol ride, I believe it was a couple of years ago, sponsored by Outback.
Oh, that's
so like
cool.
He's trying to get in and like make his way, but he doesn't have what you have to have nowadays. Like he has the talent to be able to do it. He just doesn't have the money, and money wins over talent.
Yeah, unfortunately, especially in the lower series. McAnally
Hilgerman.
Yep, that one. Racing will field the 20 truck and select races throughout the rest of the season as a developmental truck, with Tony Brininger running this weekend at Watkins Glen and Phoenix, and Mason Massey will also drive the truck at some point.
Yeah, he doesn't have dates announced yet, but he is local to our home state of Georgia. He races at Sonoy.
Yeah.
Which he's at ARCA West this year with McAnally Hilgerman. I want to say he's from like Douglasville or something. I don't know. That sounds right.
Yeah, I feel like I've heard that before.
Yeah. Which we'll see what Tony can do, because I mean, I feel like she did objectively better. Well, she did slightly better in a truck last week that was nowhere near as good as the Tricon truck that she was driving last year.
Very true.
I mean, and again, I don't want to come off the wrong way at the beginning of this episode, but like, this is definitely a case of like sponsorship. And image and following over actual talent. I'm not saying that she's not good and that that I could go out and run better laps than her, but there are definitely people that I think would be higher on a list if you were just going strictly off talent.
Yeah. No, I mean,
if that makes sense.
I think that with the right, amount of practice and stuff, she could be a decent truck driver.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, it's like you look back at Haley Deegan, that experiment didn't work.
Yeah.
But the ultimate, like, that experiment didn't work and was taken way too far was Danica Patrick.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like, the bad thing is with, like, women getting into NASCAR now is, like, you have the Danica Patrick, like, stain on the legacy
Yeah.
of women and, like...
Yeah. No, for sure. The next thing, when this first started getting posted, I was like, this is AI. This is not real.
Like, this is a joke.
This is a joke. Carson Hocevar becomes the first NASCAR driver to attend the Met Gala since Jeff Gordon in 2010. I was like, this is fake. There's no way. Because I think the first thing I saw was like the Glambot video or something like that.
Okay.
And I was like, this is AI.
The
like,
first thing I saw was E! News, so I was like, what is he doing there?
Yeah. It was very, very random, but also like
We don't have any
awesome.
other drivers that could and would probably go do that.
I could see Gregson.
They wouldn't invite Gregson.
Well, I know, but I could see if he did get
could
invited.
and would.
Yeah.
If you group that in, I don't really like. There's
But
not,
also, like, how did Hocevar get invited?
I have no clue.
Like,
but you look back, how did Jeff Gordon?
Well, Jeff Gordon. It's Jeff Gordon.
Okay, but it's Carson Hocevar.
Okay, wait, hold on.
But
2010 Jeff Gordon being the last time a NASCAR driver
2010 Jeff Gordon had legacy, but
that's what I'm saying, is that Hocevar does not currently.
Yeah,
he just won Dega.
But at the same time, like, Jeff Gordon, like, even back in the 90s, people would have had the same, like, what's he doing on Saturday Night Live? What's he doing on this? Like, but it's Jeff Gordon at a Met Gala, like, fashion event. Like, that's what I mean by, like...
I mean, I get what you're saying. It's just...
Like, objectively, Carson Hocevar has way more of a personality and is, like, way more marketable outside of the car than Jeff Gordon was.
True.
Like, Jeff Gordon had some good commercials and other stuff, and I'm not a Jeff Gordon hater, but, like...
Better not be. You have to take it up with the man on the wall, Jeff Gordon himself.
Dale was better.
Okay, we're not getting into that conversation.
Jeff was better than Jimmy, though.
Yes, 1000%. Jeff was the test car for Jimmy.
I won't go that far.
I will. Anyways, but yeah, no. Congrats to him getting one step closer to Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah.
But I did hear that she might be dating Joe Keery, so
yeah,
sad day for Carson Hocevar.
Yeah,
womp womp.
Great day for Funko Pops.
Yeah,
I'm glad that one landed with
that
you.
did, because they both they both look like a Funko Pop. Like, I remember when people were saying that Joe Keery should play Spider-Man.
Yeah.
This is so off topic, but whatever. It's the news section. So,
when he put the mask on, his head is so square it looked like a Funko Pop. Yeah.
It's not as square in person. It's like, because when you see him like on TV, it looks very square, but in person, it's not as much, in my opinion. Anyways, let's see. On to some news from actually the race this weekend. Ryan Preece is docked 25 points and fined $50K for incident with Ty Gibbs at Texas. Ty Gibbs is just racing him the way that Ty Gibbs races, like a jackass. And then Preece said something over the radio along the lines of like he's done when I get back to him. Yeah, basically. And then it kind of just, he didn't wreck him, but
he got into him. Gibbs got loose, lost the car. I mean, if he didn't say anything on the radio,
he wouldn't.
I would imagine it wouldn't be a penalty. And even with something on the radio being said, like, it's very weak. I mean, granted, for Preece, it's not that bad because 25 points only dropped him one spot in the standings. He's still in the chase. $50K. I mean, he won the Clash this year. Like, he gets paid. I would greatly assume more than $50,000 per year to drive a car.
I hope so. I hope he makes more money than I do.
Yeah.
Like,
so I mean, ultimately, like, not a big deal, but like, Preece did go on and say on SiriusXM, like, we've had run-ins in the past and he always races me like that, and I'm just not gonna cut him any breaks. So I mean, it's valid, it's warranted, like, and then the next thing was Kyle Busch did not get penalized at all for trying to kill John Hunter Nemechek on
Yeah.
what was basically, well, almost the last lap of the race. I know there was nothing on the radio intent-wise, but if we're not going to call that a penalty, Priest's does not need to be a penalty because it was way less egregious of an actual wrecking someone.
Yeah.
Like, I think we're about to the point where we need to cycle back to letting drivers police it, and NASCAR is there to step in when it gets overboard.
Yeah.
Like, give them a leash. Don't make it too long where somebody's going to end up getting hurt. But like, if a couple people get wrecked here and there,
Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna, knock on wood, they're gonna be fine. Like, these cars have gotten a lot safer, and two, ultimately, that draws viewership. That's more storylines. Like, there's so much that goes with it.
Like, not saying that, like, we should allow people to go and, like, right rear hook somebody into
I
the
think
wall.
that should always be off the table.
Yeah, but like,
if you hook somebody in the left rear and just spin them down like a straightaway, whoop-de-doo. You pinch somebody in the wall, cool. Somebody cuts you, like, slides up and tries to take the air off your nose in the turn. You're going too fast.
Yeah.
You hit him. And that's what happened with Priest and Gibbs.
Yeah. But, like, you have, this is the thing that sucked was Kyle Busch and John Hunter were both shaping up to have decent finishes.
Well, I think at that point, the wheels had fallen off the wagon for both of them. Like, they were nowhere near where they should have been.
Yes.
They were like 15th-ish.
But for those cars,
but
a decent finish.
Sure. Look, I'm back at the point where I don't like Kyle Busch. I'm over him. Like, the whole honeymoon phase of him being at Chevy is long gone because, like, his spotter gets on the radio to try to be the calming voice in his ear. And, like, this is vintage Kyle coming back, which to an extent I can appreciate. But, like, he comes on the radio to try to be the calming voice and, like, cool Kyle Busch down. And Kyle Busch is still, like, losing it.
Yeah.
Mind you, he's running in the top 5.
Yeah.
And he goes, Kyle, this is the first time in like 3 years we've ran inside the top 10. So, like, let's just.
Yeah. Like, calm down a little bit.
Yeah. And then, I mean, I get that it has to be frustrating.
Yeah. No, that's the thing. I really feel like that is just the pin-up frustration of being at RCR and the results that he's had.
But, like, leave.
Yeah.
Like, nobody is holding a gun to your head and making you drive the 8 car for RCR. Like, leave. If it's so bad.
Yeah.
Because, like, I guarantee you, if you let Denny drive that 8 car, no, it's not going to be the wins that Denny gets in the 11 car. It's not going to be as dominant. But
I think it would probably run better.
It would run a lot better. It's like you could interchange Kyle Busch with a lot of other drivers in better equipment, and they would run circles around what Kyle Busch is doing in the 8 car.
Yeah.
Like, at some point, you just have to, like, we just have to call a spade. And, like, he's washed.
Yeah.
Like, you even watch him go down to the trucks now, and it's not like it used to be where, like,
I mean, the last, like, super dominating race he had in the truck race was last season at Atlanta.
Well, you could say this season at Atlanta, too, but, like, this season
That's
at
true,
Atlanta
he did.
really...
It wasn't that dominant.
Well, it was dominant because how much he led, but whoever had the lead was going to be dominant because nobody raced that day.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, like, he's not a sure bet. It's not like back in the day, Kyle Busch is running a series that isn't the Cup Series. Go ahead and give him the trophy. Go ahead. Like, it's a safe bet. Put your money on it. Like, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. No, I totally get that. Speaking of trucks and I was trying to segue in the fact that Busch runs trucks for Spire.
Yeah.
JGR released a amendment to their lawsuit against sorry, I don't know why I was struggling
against
on that
Gabe
one.
Hart and Spire.
Against Gabe Hart and Spire. They added that this sudden improvement in Spire's Cup Series performance of course comes on the heels of Gabe Hart misappropriating JGR's confidential information and trade secrets and then providing Spire with the same or similar services he provided at JGR. Okay. Shut up. It's giving. I'm upset that my ex is going and getting married.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's annoying. First off, this might be an unpopular opinion, but like Spire, yes, they are running way better this season.
They're
Obviously,
not. They're really not.
well,
Look,
okay.
they've been on a climbing trajectory since the next gen car came out.
I think okay.
This isn't a night and day difference from last year.
No. That's what I'm getting
Yeah,
at. That's
okay.
what I was saying. Is they on paper you're gonna see it looks like they're doing so much better because you have Hosevars, Dago, you have the Texas front row lockout, you have Suarez running good.
Yeah.
Hosevars consistently a top 10 to top 15 car pretty much every week.
Yeah.
I don't know where Michael McDowell is. Do a wellness check on him.
He's
there.
This is his last year.
Yeah.
Like, it's not been reported anywhere. Don't take that literally, but like, this is his last year. I think we all see that.
Yeah. But that's what I was about to get at was that's been a constant thing because like look at last season with Hocevar. His second year in the Cup Series, he was in contention to win
like 4 races.
4 races at least.
3 or 4
yeah.
solid.
Atlanta,
Charlotte, Michigan. Those are the big 3 that come to Bristol.
Yeah. So you've had this constant like uptick in their drivers are getting better.
Like
they signed Suarez, who I don't think anybody is going to say that Suarez is worse than Justin Haley.
No, there's in no planet you can say that being serious.
Yeah,
stacking the runs that the 7 car had with Corey LaJoie, with Justin Haley, and then now with Suarez.
Yeah, I mean, like that 7 car is actually looking like it could win a race.
It's competitive.
Yeah, like I mean, Suarez is. Say what you will about the guy, about whatever. Like he's running way better with Spire equipment than he was with Trackhouse.
Yeah.
And something interesting I saw, I think it was Corey LaJoie talking about Trackhouse and how they've just kind of nosedived and not been as good with because originally
like Chevy they had extra space in the shop because they were a smaller team than what the shop was built for.
Yeah.
So they let Chevy come in until they got their built-in built. And I mean, they could walk across the floor and ask about setups. And they definitely had aero advantages and different stuff from Chevy R&D being in the building. And now that Chevy isn't there anymore, they've fallen off a cliff.
Yes.
Which, and I know too, what is about to happen is everybody's going to start crying because now everybody knows where Chevy is and it's on Hendrick property.
Yeah.
It's not in the shops. If you go to Hendrick property, there are so many different buildings and places. Like it's not, but everybody, like if you don't like Hendrick, you hate Hendrick.
Yeah.
So
there's
that's going to be
very few in between people.
Like Joe Gibbs is probably going to start crying now that Chevy's on because, and I will say this, I love Joe Gibbs as a person.
Yes.
When I talk bad about Joe Gibbs Racing,
it's the organization.
It is everybody that runs that organization that is not him.
Yeah.
Like they are insufferable because the fact that you lost Gabe Hart, or you thought you were going to lose Gabe Hart, so you hired a private detective to follow him around and photograph and stalk him. And then now the team that he goes to wins a race, which whoop-de-freaking-do, they won a race. Congratulations. Like, they're not running circles around you. They're not they're not beating your door down of consistency and championships and everything yet. Like, but Joe Gibbs isn't having a good. Joe Gibbs organizationally is not having a good year this year.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's just them constantly harping on this stuff with Gabe Hart is.
It's old.
Yeah. No, it really is. Like it was old from the time it came out. Like them being like, oh, he's he's giving them our information. It's like,
Here's the other thing too that I don't know why nobody has seemed to address. The cars are not exactly the same. It was a Toyota and now it's a Chevrolet.
yeah,
Yes, it's a spec car. A lot of the parts are the same. I get that. But the stuff where everybody like where Joe Gibbs has got caught cheating in the next gen era where aero advantages on the body that are not going to be the same when you go
yeah,
Toyota to Chevy. So and then setup wise too, like you have to think that the arrow with the body is going to make a slight difference in the setup that a Chevy runs compared to a Toyota, compared to a Ford on a week in, week out basis, depending
yeah,
on the track. Yes, he's going to have information and he's going to have a baseline, but that'd be like saying, okay, you worked for what's a good analogy? You worked for Spirit Airlines that recently went out of business, RIP. You go, you try to get a job with American Airlines.
mm-hmm.
Spirit's then mad because you go over and you have all of this knowledge that you gained throughout your employment at
Yeah,
Spirit when you're in the same field.
yeah,
So you mean to tell me that when a crew chief leaves Hendrick and goes to, I don't know, RCR, that he's supposed to surrender all of his notebooks and notes at the door?
yeah,
Like, that's just not how this works. A driver leaves an organization and then he just has to forget everything he learned while he
yeah.
was there about the car. Like, it's just, I don't
It's
get it.
stupid. It's stupid. It's beating a dead horse. Like, he left and went to Spire.
Like, yeah.
All right. That's where it should have ended.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Blaney inks a long-term Penske extension, and Menard's partnership is also renewed.
He's not going
Not
to
shocking.
Hendrick.
Yeah.
Womp.
Josh Williams will not be racing this weekend due to a sponsor fallout. I believe it was something along the lines of like they had signed a new sponsor, that sponsor couldn't pay or something. Basically, the sponsorship fell through. Now he's not able to race this weekend because they have Alex. I do not know how to pronounce this guy's last name. He's like the last minute replacement.
Yeah.
Let's see. So for Watkins Glen this weekend, if you remember back to last year and a couple years prior, it feels like off of the carousel corner, they've been going wider and wider and wider, running out. Well, NASCAR added a huge tire barrier.
Mm-hmm.
So now that is your track limits. You can't go out there anymore. You're not going to have Austin Hill trying to kill somebody because they're all the way out there. And anyway, well, SVG is concerned with that because he says that in his experience with those walls that the cars go in, it like grabs the car and like spits them back out. So like cool that you have something there to protect track limits, to protect, wrecks way over there that should never happen from happening. But I do kind of see what he's saying with like, if you have that close to the racing line, you're enforcing track limits, but it's going to shoot the car back out. You've already narrowed the track by so much that this could just be a recipe for disaster with an incident. And then finally, Colleague announced that Travis Pastrana will be joining them in the 25 truck at Charlotte this year.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Love Travis Pastrana.
Yes. He's such a like.
He's just like a hell yeah icon.
Yeah, literally. Anyways, you ready to get into the truck race?
Yeah. So Lane Riggs wasn't able to make a qualifying lap due to mechanical issues. He had to start at the back. Spoiler alert, he passes about 60 trucks, give or take, throughout the whole race, going back to front and then back to the front again, like back of the field to the front of the field. I don't know why I confuse saying that so much.
It's okay. Words are hard.
Yeah. Starting the race, Ben Rhodes and Jake Garcia led the field to green. Ben Rhodes was able to keep the lead and run away with it for a while. Lap 13, Mr. Wash, Kyle Busch himself, gets loose, bounces off the wall, exiting turn 4 while running 8th. And then 5 laps later on lap 18, he finally comes to pit road with a flat tire after he dropped to Lap 23, Corey LaJoie comes to pit road with a flat tire from 23rd, and then it was found that he had like an issue with his truck. He went multiple laps down, was never to be heard from, like he was going to be if he was on the lead lap anyway. Oops, sorry. Lap 24, Corey Roper spins on the backstretch from 30th, and then on lap 26, you had a little bit of strategy going on with pit stops and whatnot. Jake Garcia loses like all of his track position with a lengthy pit stop. Lap 30 on the restart, Ben Rhodes again leads and keeps the lead, this time over Chandler Smith. Excuse me. And then you had Minnie Tyrell and Brendan Queen both penalized for restart violations on the restart, like getting out of line too early.
Yeah.
Hocevar is able to get up to second by lap 31, and then he is not able to end up passing Ben Rhodes. Ben Rhodes holds him off. So on lap 40, Ben Rhodes wins stage 1, followed by Hocevar, Gio Ruggiero, Honeycutt, and Chandler Smith.
Can we just talk about how good that truck looked?
Yeah.
Like,
it was a very solid, like, I'm not going to say it was better than the car, but like,
yeah,
it looked really good on the truck still.
Yeah. No, that's it just transferred so well.
Yeah.
So well.
I mean, it's hard to beat a nice, shiny black race car with good accent colors.
Yes. Yeah. I agree.
Ben Rhodes had led all 40 laps to this point of the race, but in his previous 15 starts, he'd only led a combined 34 laps at Texas in the Truck Series. So, career day for Ben Rhodes going so far. Lap 42, all lead lap trucks except Brandon Jones, Tanner Gray, Parker Kligerman, William Sawalich, and Chris Wright pit. Ty Majeski wins the race off pit road after only taking fuel. And then Ben Rhodes comes off pit road first of those that took tires in fourth. Lap 48, Brandon Jones leads the field to the green with Tanner Gray on the outside, and he's able to clear for the lead. Carson Hocevar, however, at this point, has surged all the way from 12th to 5th, just riding the outside lane 3 wide, going where nobody else was and just passing everybody. Lap 50, he's able to now make it up to second, and Lane Riggs has climbed all the way up to third. Lap 51, Cole Butcher, who I believe he had his like best starting spot ever of like third for this race, spins out, backs the truck into the wall. I mean, just crushes the soda can, ruins the truck, end of the day. And then at this point, Kyle Busch is able to get the free pass and be back on the lead lap. And these were the first laps that Brandon Jones has led in the Truck Series since Pocono in 2020, which, like, does kind of sound shocking, but also most of that time he's been full-time Xfinity, full-time O'Reilly, whatever the series was called at that point. Christian Eckes pits on lap 55 to replace his battery, but then after getting the new battery, it's determined that it's actually the alternator not keeping the battery charged. Lap 57, Brandon Jones again leads the field to green, this time with Hocevar on the outside, and is able to clear for the lead by turn 1 after a push. No, you're good. After a push from Lane Riggs. So lap 60, Hocevar gets the lead. Riggs brushes against the outside wall and is able to continue. And then, here it is. I knew it was right around this point. Lap 74, Chris Wright hits the wall in turn 3 from around 22nd. Lap 75, all lead lap trucks except Dawson Sutton and Minnie Tyrell pit. Ross Chastain gets off pit road first, followed by Honeycutt and Rhodes. And at this point, Lane Riggs' team is making repairs to the rear window because it's falling out of the truck.
Yeah, that's a new one.
Yeah, so all the way to the back he goes to see if he can come back again to the front. Lap 79 on the restart, Dawson Sutton and Minnie Tyrell lead the field to green. Minnie is able to clear for the lead as the battle for second goes 4 wide before Chastain fades and Hocevar surges to get the lead off of turn 4. Connor Jones hits the wall between turns 1 and 2, but is able to come to pit road with no yellow. So on lap 80, the stage is over. Carson Hocevar wins, followed by Honeycutt, Ruggiero, Sutton, and Ankrum, and then Minnie Tyrell was able to salvage a 6th. So staying out when they were running, I believe, like 21st and 25th or something like that, and then getting 4th and 6th in the stage, good job. You picked up points. You won. That was the strategy you're going for there. Then of course lap 82 they had to pit, so bye track position. Lap 87, Hocevar and Honeycutt lead the field to green. Hocevar clears for the lead, and Ankrum is actually able to clear for second. And then 3 laps later, lap 90, Lane Riggs, who restarted 29th, has already made it up to 19th. And the draft is like really big with the trucks, really everywhere, but especially Texas. So at this point, like Ruggiero's starting to try to challenge Hocevar for the lead, but then because they're racing, Honeycutt's able to draft off both of them, get around. You kind of get the 3-way battle of like whoever's leading is going to block, and then that just helps second and third draft up. Lap 107, Lane Riggs is up to 7th, and at this point of the race, he's already passed 53 trucks. Lap 116, Parker Kligerman pits from 13th, which starts the green flag pit cycle. Lap 122, Hocevar pits from the lead, has a lengthy pit stop, and at this point, you kind of think his day's over. And it honestly, if it wasn't for the late race caution, he wasn't going to win.
Yeah. Lap 123.
Well, I'm trying to find like the end of the pit cycle.
Oh, I gotcha. Just to kind of abridge it a little bit.
Yeah. So lap 133, Dawson Sutton comes to pit road. I believe at this point, turning into the lead. And now Ruggiero's in the lead, followed by Honeycutt. Riggs is able to pass Hocevar for third on lap 134. Honeycutt and Ruggiero are still racing very closely as they are about 3.5 seconds ahead of Lane Riggs. Then lap 144, Tyler Ankrum spins in turn 2 after contact with Ben Rhodes while running ninth. Lap 147, Hocevar is concerned at this point under the yellow that he has a loose wheel, but basically says, I'm not coming down pit road. Whatever happens, happens. Like we're this far in. On the following restart, Gio leads from the outside, Gio leads from the inside, Honeycutt on the outside. Hocevar looks inside Gio in turn 1, allowing Honeycutt to clear for the lead. Lap 150, Busch clears for second Busch clears Hocevar for second in turn 3. And then lap 152, because it's the Hurricane, why the hell not? He's now in the lead. He passes Honeycutt off of turn 4. 4 laps later, we had Stuart Friesen spinning off turn 4 while running 5th, backstruck into the wall. Then as he's sliding back down the track, Grant Enfinger goes low to miss, goes through the grass. Grass is wet. Truck shoots sky high in the air, rips the nose off. Into a great day for Grant Enfinger. There was a red flag for cleanup on that. And then, I mean, this is just kind of where like the wheels fall off at the end of the truck race, honestly.
Yeah. When it's going to.
Yeah. Hocevar leads. This is on lap 162. Hocevar and Busch lead the field to green. Busch struggles on the restart. Hocevar clears easily by turn 1. Busch recovers, however, and now is in a 3-wide battle for second with Gio and Brandon Jones. And then Tanner Gray gets turned on the backstretch after contact with Andres Perez, but is able to continue after wall contact. And then on lap 165, we get a caution. Jake Garcia slows down in turn 4 with what looked like a flat left front tire, and then tries to pit and was not clear or able to. He gets hit by Connor Jones, and then Justin Haley, trying to avoid it, goes through the grass and destroys his truck. At this point, Gio is declared the leader. We get another red flag, and then we get our one and only overtime restart, surprisingly. The wheels didn't completely fall off.
That's wild to have 2 red flags and only 1 overtime restart.
Yeah. Gio leads from the inside with Carson Hocevar on the outside. They stay side by side until Gio edges ahead briefly in turn 3, but then he gets loose, allowing Hocevar to clear for the leadoff 4. At that point, it's game over. Gio then again gets loose and just plummets back. So Hocevar is able to win by 3/4 of a second over Kyle Busch. Like old man still got it, I guess, in the truck series to come home second. But
I wish that Busch would bring back the Realtree truck.
Yeah,
I like that truck. I think that looks cool.
Unpopular opinion, I'm sure, but I get so tired of the same HendrickCars.com scheme on so many vehicles a weekend. I understand that they offer sponsorship and help the vehicle run around the track. And it is a good fail-safe for when a Chevy Cup guy goes down. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not a bad scheme, but it just gets ran into the ground because
Yeah.
how much it
Yeah.
is ran every weekend.
Yeah. I was having this conversation with Gage at work this week. Buddy of mine, shout out Gage. You should go. I can't remember what his TikTok is, but he does Razor racing over in Dega and stuff. But we were talking about paint schemes and stuff, and he's like, he said something along the lines of like, how do y'all like what is it that makes like a good paint scheme basically? And I was like, we pick them just basically off of what we like,
Yeah.
And I told him, I was like we're not gonna pick we very rarely pick a primary. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, we're not gonna pick you're not gonna see HendrickCars.com be our favorite for the week. You're not gonna see Pennzoil be our favorite. Typically, you don't see that unless it's just if it's on Blaney's car, you might see it. But yeah, no, like the HendrickCars.com, like, I get why it's the sponsor for the 5, it's got significant meaning and everything, but also, like, does it need to be on the 5?
The 88,
The 88,
the
the 17, the 7,
the 07,
the 07,
the 77, the 71,
like come on. It's similar to in the Cup when you see the multiple Monster Energy cars on the track on the same week. Pick one.
Yeah.
Even if it's across like the series, like
if there was one HendrickCars.com vehicle in every race, whatever. Are we still going to get tired of it at some point? Yeah.
Yes.
But I mean, I get why it gets ran so much. It has significance to the Hendrick family and everything. And that's fine. I'm not like hating on all of that. But and I will say too with like the paint scheme discussion, I do miss like back in the day when there was like, I like Tony Stewart. I'm going to go watch a race as a casual fan, and I just have to find the bright orange Home Depot
the Home Depot car.
I do miss like having iconic
primaries. Like you knew when you saw the DuPont car.
Yeah.
There's Jeff Gordon.
So I'm being a little hypocritical because that is an iconic primary car, but in this day and age, the way that they do paint schemes, like, it's hard to still show love to primaries, like, if you do like them, because you're going to see the HendrickCars.com Chevy, the Napa Chevy, the Pennzoil, whatever, 26 races out of 36. But then when they're like, here's this cool prime car that we're going to run a few times this year, and here's this Valvoline car that we're barely going to run. And then, I mean, you have like the Grillo's PBR one-off. Like, you have all these random one-offs that just have great.
Yeah,
like they're vibrant. They grab your eye. It's different. It's a change.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like the whole like favorite paint scheme of the week thing. What we do, what Tyler does, what Wade does, all of that stuff. It only exists in this era of NASCAR.
Yeah,
like we couldn't do that if every week, Bubba Wallace was in the Hardy's car. If that was every single week, we couldn't do that.
Which, not to like get way ahead of ourselves, I haven't looked at picks or anything, but like Hardy's significantly upped their paint scheme game from the first one because this one is so much better. This is better than
I didn't pick it, but
this is better than damn near every McDonald's scheme that touched the racetrack. And they're the same colors.
Yes.
And they're both burger restaurants. Anyway.
Yes.
Top 10. Hocevar Bush, Honeycutt, Brandon Jones, Ben Rhodes, Lane Riggs, Daniel Hemrick, Christian Eckes, Ty Majeski, and Chandler Smith, who lost the points lead to Honeycutt this week. Thank God. Please save us. Chandler Smith doesn't need a championship.
On the paint schemes topic before we leave that, I do think that we're starting to get to where I feel like with Hocevar that Chili's is just, and when you think of Hocevar, you just think of Chili's.
Yeah.
Like you don't think of the Spectrum, the
Yeah,
whatever.
I like the Spectrum scheme. It's a
yes,
good scheme.
no. The Spectrum scheme does look good,
Yeah.
and even like his Ziegler one looks good too.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's not it's my least favorite out of all the ones he runs. Maybe Moto might be in there, but I kind of like Moto because it's typically like a good like black and bright, vibrant kind of colors.
Yeah.
But either way, like I feel like we're starting to get to the point with him specifically that we're like, oh yeah, he's the Chili's guy. Like, I mean, of course,
Yeah.
I feel like we've been at that point, but I mean,
And they're not like last week, I think it was, I said it on the podcast with you and I said it with Daniel, but like that was their like 17th race sponsoring and they won.
yeah,
And like you think of Hocevar and you think of Chili's, but they're not even the primary.
no, they're not. Because who is?
It's either Spectrum or Ziegler, I believe.
Yeah,
I don't think he has a true primary. I think they rotate Spectrum and Ziegler as like 1A, 1B primaries,
Yeah.
and then Chili's fills in the rest, and then Moto Casino kind of just floats.
Yeah. I do think that after this season, Chili's might end up being his primary.
I could see it.
I mean, dude, think about the amount of
but
business
also
that they have probably gotten from Hocevar.
But then on the flip side of that, you have to think if Hocevar stays on this trajectory that he's on of like being the next superstar of the sport, which I genuinely do believe that is what he's going to be. We're not in the day and age where like I feel like Chili's going to just drop a blank check on Spire's desk and say we want all 36 races. There's going to be so many companies that want to like Gainbridge sponsors with Spire, like all of that I think he'll just be rotating, but Chili's may be the quote unquote primary because it gets more races than everybody else.
That's what I'm getting at. Yeah. That's what I think is gonna happen.
And then for O'Reilly's and Cup, since we've kind of yapped a lot in the intermissions of stuff, we're gonna
big yappers over here.
We're gonna, and that's okay. I feel like every now and then you probably want an episode where we talk more about just everything else than.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real. If you log on and go to listen to a podcast and don't expect some yapping, then I mean, why do you listen to a podcast? So
the O'Reilly's race, shocker, Allgaier gets the pole at 1.5 miles. He leads the field to green. This is the fourth straight week in which there's been a caution the first 2 laps, because in this one, in turn 2, Taylor Gray and Carson Quaffle make contact and spin, and then William Sawalich also spins and gets hit by Jeb Burton in the chain reaction, and then Corey Day also crashes separately ahead of everything, getting loose off of turn 2.
Wow.
So
it's a lot.
3 different cautions in one, basically. Lap 8, Austin Green spins in turn 2 from 21st, and separately, Mason Maggio spins from 25th. So the second caution has 2 cautions in one. Then we get a restart, but wait, there's more. Lap 18, Brad Perez gets loose off of turn 4, spins, gets into the wall, collects Austin Green and LeVar Scott. At this point now, we kind of get into the flow of the race, and there's less cautions. Allgaier has led the first 25 laps of this race and is now the 3rd driver ever to lead 600 laps or more at Texas in the O'Reilly series. Allgaier goes on to win stage 1 over Zilich, Larson, Brandon Jones, and Brent Cruz. And this is the 4th straight O'Reilly's race that Allgaier has won stage 1 at Texas, and 6 over the last 7 races like that he's won stage 1 there. Spoiler alert, he does not go on to win.
Yeah.
Because why would he?
Feels like the story of Allgaier's season.
Oh, I meant to throw this in. I skipped right over it. On lap 24, after the choose, Larson and Allgaier make contact multiple times on the front stretch. Basically, because, spoiler alert, they don't like each other all that much.
That's interesting.
Well, think about it in this regard. You're an Xfinity regular. You're an O'Reilly's regular. You're let's take it even back. You're a Busch Series regular.
Mm-hmm.
Here comes the Cup guy that is better than everybody else in the field, and
Yeah.
So one thing is, Allgaier is kind of known, and it's not dirty, but he's known for he's gonna kind of position his car in a way where you're gonna get a little out of the groove that you might want to be in to start. Oh, you're good.
That was loud.
So like he's kind of trying to push Larson up a little bit. He does this.
Yeah.
Everybody does this.
Yeah, just not making it easy on you. Yeah.
But Larson takes exception with it and hits him. They just kind of door slam a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
After the race, basically, after Larson wins, on the front stretch, they ask him, they're like, what did you think about that? And he was like, I mean, that's what he does. Like, he's annoyed.
Yeah.
Like, whatever, like, get an advantage, all that good stuff. Then they ask Allgaier about it, and he was like, I was pretty disappointed in Kyle Larson on that one. Because he was like, we were in the lane I was in, felt that I was actually positioned correctly, like based off of where the pace car was and how we normally do things in the O'Reilly series. He had more room to be other places than hitting me.
Yeah.
Like, I know he fills in for him, but I think he's just more of the, hey, we need somebody to fill in that knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Hendrick. Oh yeah, we're gonna get Allgaier. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, and I can see that from Allgaier's point of view too, of probably not being the most fond of Larson, and it might not even be like Larson as a person, but it's just the whole like
being like the Cup guy who comes down and just annihilates the field.
Which I will say this year, he hasn't annihilated the field.
Yeah.
Like Vegas, he probably shouldn't have won.
Yeah.
Bristol, he had a car that probably should have won and didn't.
Yeah. In the past seasons, yes.
Yeah. But like this year, he looks human coming down.
Yeah.
And then like you see William Byron come down and he just looks like a fish out of water. Like, yeah, he still runs good, but like it's not what you would expect out of a Cup guy.
Cup guy, yeah.
So Larson picks up the lead after the lap 54 restart and has now led in his last 6 O'Reilly starts at Texas. Zilich is still up there. Lap 66, Austin Dillon blows a tire running 22nd, comes to pit road, but the caution flies the next lap on lap 67 after debris from that. And then on lap 68, he gets the free pass. So it all worked out, I guess, for him.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't, but it did, if that makes sense. By lap 82, Brent Cruz is up to second now, which, I mean, how impressive. Like, this is his second mile and a half. He's 18. He's literally barely old enough to run these cars.
Yeah.
And like he is he's in what am I trying to say?
He's in contention.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah,
my gosh. He's in contention everywhere you go right now.
Yeah.
If the caution didn't fly at Talladega, he might could have won with a run. Like, he's ran good everywhere. Connor Zilich wins stage 2 over Cruz, Allgaier, Larson, and Mayer. This is the 13th stage win for Zilich, but his first ever on a 1.5-mile track.
Wow.
He was not that good at 1.5 miles in his Xfinity career. Like, he won some.
But it wasn't like he was winning stages and being dominant throughout. Yeah.
And you also have to think, too, like, he didn't race Texas last year because of his injury at Dega. And then I can't remember if he I'm sure he missed at least 1.5 miles after his Watkins Glen injury. Let's see, because honestly at this point, like there's a pit cycle strategy. Rajah ran long, ended up pitting. When he pits on lap 150, Larson cycles back to the lead. Swallow had a penalty for driving through too many pit boxes, and then lap 178, Rajah spins from 18th on the backstretch, hits the inside wall, and Jesse Love is awarded the free pass. I mean, what is going on with RCR in the Xfinity Series this year, or O'Reilly Series?
Yeah. No, like, they've just not been what they've been in the past, it seems like.
And I'm here for it. Like, and I hate that that's kind of at Jesse Love's expense.
Yeah, because we are Jesse Love fans. We like Jesse Love.
Yeah.
But
I like Jesse Love. I think I guess I am a fan. Not like a diehard, like,
no,
super
no,
fan.
no.
But
that's
like,
the thing.
I
feel
the
like
guy.
Xfinity drivers, there's nobody that I'm like diehard about.
Allgaier is the only one I'm like diehard for.
Like, I would say if I had to pick a favorite, for sure, Allgaier, and then Jesse is probably second. And maybe Jesse could also be, it's probably a tie between him and Rajah.
I think for me, though, it's just how long I've watched, like,
That's true.
Busch Series, Nationwide Series, Xfinity Series, O'Reilly Series, and Allgaier was in the Nationwide Series. He was in the Xfinity Series. Now it's the O'Reilly Series, and he's still there. And, I mean, also I've met the guy multiple times, and he's just one of the best drivers that you could run into and meet.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this point, there's a late race restart. Larson leads to the green. He clears. Allgaier makes it to second, passing Brandon Jones. Runs down Larson, but is unable to pass due to like dirty air and everything. Like he made it all the way there. He just couldn't complete the pass. So Larson wins over Allgaier by 0.2 seconds. Brent Cruz, who finishes fourth, wins the Dash for Cash $100,000 bonus. And his interview was actually quite funny because they were like, what does an 18-year-old do with $100,000? He was like, I don't know. My parents probably aren't going to let me buy anything fun with it, but I'm going to try to convince them to let me buy something fun with it.
Yeah.
And then you put yourself, like, if you're around me and Justin's age, you put yourself back into when you were 18 and you're like, what in the world would I have done if I was just handed $100,000? I would have probably been in the same boat he is, where like I would have wanted to buy something really cool, but my parents would have. And at the time, I would have been like, "Oh man!" But like, you think about it now that we're older, like,
yeah,
$100,000 is a lot. But
I think my parents would have been like, probably gave me about, depending. Okay, well,
I probably would have been allowed to buy like a relatively nice vehicle, and have it paid off. And then the rest of it, they probably would have been like, save that. And then when you're ready to move out and get a house and everything, like,
yeah. That I could see that, and maybe like one small fun thing.
Yeah.
That's about it. If anything.
Yeah. So your top 10 for the O'Reilly's race: Larson wins, Allgaier in second, Sam Mayer in third, who finally was able to put together a complete day.
Yeah.
Brent Cruz in fourth, Parker Retzlaff in fifth.
How long before that guy wins a race?
I don't know.
Because, like, I mean, he's been running really good.
I think he's got one more step, though, before he wins a race. Like, he's been running really good, but, like, he's not in contention. Like, I think he has to take the step of, like, racing at the very front with your week in, week out contenders, like running in the top 3 consistently and being there at the end.
Yeah.
Like, not to diminish a top 5, because that is a really good finish, especially for Viking Motorsports.
Yeah, that's another thing.
But
it's like
he's got
equipment.
one more step.
Yeah.
Oh, and then one last fun little, well, hold on. Sheldon Creed 6th, Austin Hill 7th, Brandon Jones 8th, Jesse Love 9th, Jeremy Clements 10th. So now, one fun little tidbit. Do you know, and I hope I'm remembering this right. So, do you know who now has the most second place finishes without a win?
Who?
Carson Quapfel.
Dang. He beat Sheldon Creed?
No, Sheldon Creed's won.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Okay. That hasn't. Yeah.
Yeah. Not like Sheldon Creed still has that.
Yes, but he has won.
The most second places
I see
before
what you're saying.
your win, but now like somebody that hasn't won that.
Yeah.
He's slowly turning into Sheldon Creed.
Yeah.
Which, small little soapbox moment. I understand what Junior Motorsports is doing. I get it. You want people to come down and win in your cars. There's nothing wrong with that. However, I do genuinely hate it for Carson and Raja,
Yeah.
who just so every week to week. Raja only has 2 cars he goes between. That's the 32 and the 88. Carson Quapfel, 1 week he's in the 1, then the next week Zilich is there, so then he goes to the 9, and then this week he's going to be in the 91 because it's a road course and they want SVG and Zilich in there. I get it, but like,
yeah, it sucks for them.
Yeah, because like I'm trying to think of the right way to say this. It's a developmental series.
Yeah.
You want to develop your talent, but also I understand that it's not paying to keep the lights on and making you a lot of money just to have only developmental drivers, but like you still have Allgaier.
Yeah.
I feel if you leave Carson Quapfel with Rodney Childers for a full year, they're going to get a win for sure.
Yeah.
Sammy Smith is Sammy Smith. He's going to show up some weeks he's not. Some weeks he's going to make moves that you're like, why is he here? And then other weeks he's going to remind you why he is there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I kind of hate it for him because like Raja is still able to do pretty good in the 32, and that car is not terrible, but it's not the 88.
Yeah.
Like we see what the 88 is capable of, and it's his first full-time season in that series, and he's just like, hey, sorry, man. So, Cup guy wants to come down. So, bye.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I get that.
Right. The Cup race.
Yeah.
Austin Dillon had to change an engine before the race. Bubba Wallace wrecked in practice and will be in a backup car and have to start from the rear of the field. Like we talked about, Spire had a front row lockout, which I forgot about this, but this race last year, Carson Hocevar won the pole for it also.
Yeah, it was his first pole that he had. Yeah, I forgot about that also.
And honestly, for a minute, it felt like this dude couldn't lose and wasn't going to lose.
Yeah, it really did.
Like no, it's not NASCAR, but I watched like a TikTok and it was like, he was talking about, I won Talladega. Then I won all of my like big iRacing events throughout the week, like all my little series that I do. Then I go and I win the truck race at Texas, like that kind of thing. Like
just on a heater.
He's definitely like, and I don't even care if I sound like a hater for this. Like Ty Gibbs winning felt like it had to happen at some point and it was going to happen at some point. But also him winning didn't feel like, yeah, he was running really good at the time. But it didn't feel like the floodgates were going to open or he just kicked the door down. Like, it felt like, okay, he's going to keep running good, but like every week he was running top 5. He wasn't contending for the win. He was in the top 5.
Yeah.
But like Hocevar to me feels like the floodgates potentially, I'm not saying they're going to, but I feel like there's a lot more of the potential of like now he could win 2 or 3 races this year.
Yeah, I agree. Especially, mile and a halves and super speedways.
And especially don't forget about all that information that Chris Gabehart
all of that, you know, since he basically is running in a JGR car right now.
Yeah, all that.
Yeah. Anyways.
JGR though. What a horrible race.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't mean like just on their own doing, but like how unlucky. You're the leader of the race. Somebody wrecks, you try to avoid him, you get clipped, your day is done. You have Gibbs, who, I mean, kind of did it to himself, but gets taken out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it just, they're not having that JGR year yet, I feel like.
Yeah.
Because, like, to me, once Denny broke through and won, you expect more wins.
Yeah.
But, like, he's kind of choking them away this year.
Yeah.
Like, more than usual, I feel like.
Yeah.
Kyle Busch ran in the top 5 for a while. What is a polar bear doing in Fort Worth, Texas?
Yeah.
Not Arlington. We were actually in Texas, so we'll say Fort Worth. And then I found this wildly interesting. So, I'm trying to find, because I'm all jumbled up in my notes here, if it was stage 1 or stage 2, but Eric Jones, when he won the stage.
Yeah.
That was his first career stage win.
Yeah. That's like a really crazy stat.
Yeah. why I don't know why I cannot clearly find. Oh, it's like, yeah, it was stage 1. It was lap 80. Hocevar did finish second, which Eric Jones stayed out along with Ricky Stenhouse and others. Eric Jones was able to keep the lead. Hocevar was second. Stenhouse managed to third. Gibbs in fourth. Briscoe in fifth. And then Corey Heim.
Oh,
Yes, strategy got him there, but if that doesn't sell you that
yes.
he needs to be in a cup car, I don't know what does.
You want
Because
to know how many laps?
he led 69 laps in the 67 car. Hee hee ha ha. We are children.
That's funny.
Yeah, all that. But like it was strategy that got him there because he would stay out or he'd be on a different. But he had the speed to stay there and pull away and not be caught. Like, no, he was never going to win that race on the strategy they were on, but he held his own. He showed speed. Like, if that doesn't sell to the people at 2311 that he needs to be in the third car next year, I don't know what does.
Yeah.
And at this point, it kind of feels bad to say because, like, Riley Herbst is coming around finally.
Like, yeah.
But there's not infinite charters going around, so 2311... Actually, there can't be any more 4-car teams the way they do it now. So they're gonna have to make the tough call, and hopefully that is to send Riley over to Legacy, maybe.
Yeah.
But Corey Heim definitely deserves to be there.
100%.
Briscoe was up front for a while. He actually was putting together a day, not like a day to win, but like a solid day, which was good to see because I feel like this has been like such a letdown. Like I picked him to win the championship this year for the podcast.
Yeah.
Because last year he made it and I was like, oh, year 2 in JGR equipment, here we go. But I mean, it's a long season. He can turn it around and he probably will. But yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Which also we'll get into at the end, but like nobody like Reddick has dominated in wins, but like everybody else has won once really, except for Chase Elliott, who's won twice now. Like there are a lot of points on the table to be made up.
Yeah.
Where is stage 2? Who won stage 2? Why can I not find that? Did I not put that? Okay.
I'll find it.
Yeah. Bowman, however, he'd ran 95 laps in the top 10, and this was right around like in between lap 192 and lap 2.
Chase won stage 2.
What lap was that?
I don't know because I just clicked on the results.
Oh, you're good.
Hold on, I can tell you, but continue on.
But yeah, in between
166.
Oh, I see why I couldn't find that now. I worded it funny. Lap 166, Chase Elliott gets by Brad Keselowski and Ryan Preece and is able to win stage 2, which those were like, he was fighting them as lap down cars, which was helping Reddick catch him. It wasn't. He passed those people for position.
I see what you're saying there.
Yeah. In between lap 192 and lap 201, at this point, Bowman has ran 95 laps in the top 10 so far this race, and that's the most for him all season, obviously, and the most for the 48 car all season.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if there's anything else really eventful towards the end. Lap 257, Heim spins, gets into the wall in turn 4. That brings out a late race yellow, at which point Chase Elliott and Denny Hamlin stay out. Well, there were a total of 8 cars that stayed out for that, so they had a decent little cushion. But you had 2 tires, you had 4 tires, and all that. Reddick was the first one on 2 tires, and I don't remember. I think Briscoe might have been the first on 4.
Yeah, that sounds right.
But ultimately, in the 4-lap shootout to the end, Chase Elliott was able to hold everybody off and win. And then literally, this is where the attempted murder from Kyle Busch happened.
Yes.
It was lap 266. Don't really know what he was thinking there. But again, Chase Elliott is your winner. Mr. 2-time right now.
Yeah, carrying the entire company on his back.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna be the annoying Chase Elliott fan.
Yeah.
I will not. That's not me. But he, like, stats don't lie, and at this point of the year, he is the best Chevrolet driver and the best Hendrick driver.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not like you know what I'm trying to say. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, he's gonna win the championship. He's the best thing since sliced bread. Larson, who, like, all that dumb stuff. But like statistically, he is the best Chevy driver and the best Hendrick driver.
Yeah.
Denny was able to finish second. So I do love that in the 2 races that he's won this year, the first loser is Denny Hamlin.
Yeah.
Bowman finished 3rd, Reddick in 4th, Buescher in 5th. Suarez was able to rally and finish 6th because throughout the day it did not look like he was gonna finish there.
Yeah.
Hocevar was 7th, Byron was 8th, which, I mean, it's a wonder that he made it in the top 10 by the end because he spun on his own and he was kind of having an up and down day. Bubba Wallace drove a backup car all the way to 9th by the time it was said and done, and the quietest top 10 ever, Ryan Blaney, because where was he?
Yeah.
Oh, I did skip over at one point now that I'm remembering. There was like absolute carnage and melee on pit road.
Yes. Oh my God.
That
yeah.
ended up taking, because it was Bell got wrecked by the lap down car.
Logano ran into the back of Cole Custer
Destroyed
and it ended his day.
Yeah.
Like, to have your day ended on pit road by a wreck is crazy.
Briscoe picked up damage. He hit Larson, and then I feel like there was something else on pit road. But
still, I mean, yeah, it was wild.
But I mean, I get slowing down to let somebody get out, but like Cole Custer stopped on pit road, and where he stopped, he wasn't going to make his pit box.
Yeah.
So like at that point, take the L, drive through, come back around and pit. Like you're already in the back anyway. I'm not trying to be a hater. I know I've been very down this week.
No,
but
I totally get what you're saying.
Don't take, like, I feel like part of your responsibility while being in a race is if you don't have a chance to win and you're in the back, do not ruin the good running car's day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Definitely.
That's back-to-back 3rd place finishes for Bowman.
Yeah.
So he's climbed a whopping 2 spots so far, but he's making points up.
Yeah.
And I genuinely do feel like that if this is the start of just a heater, like I'm back, he's going to make the chase.
Yeah. No, I agree.
At this pace. I'm not saying that it is a lock that he makes the chase. Do not take that out of context. But the rate that he is running right now and being the second best Hendrick car 2 weeks in a row, like...
Yep. I mean, because his first race back, he gets wrecked out. Yeah. Then is, 3rd place 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
Like... Dude's shaping up.
Because it was what? It was Bristol, Kansas, Talladega.
Yeah, Kansas, I think he was top 10. I think.
He was right outside the top 10, I want to say. Let's see. But, I mean, ultimately, like, it is good to see that, like, he's still got it.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Kansas, he finished 18th.
Oh, okay. My bad. But still,
he was running top 10 a lot that day, though. But yeah, like it's good to see that. I'm happy for him. Being back, being healthy.
Yeah,
big Bowman guy.
Yeah,
ultimately.
Yeah, no, I mean, I like seeing him do good. And
also seeing Larson wreck on his own.
Yeah.
Mr. Better Than Max Verstappen, best driver in the world.
Yeah.
Hasn't won a race in over a full season.
Yeah, which is wild.
Hey, but he won the championship.
Oh, yeah. He did.
Sorry, Daniel.
Yeah. Anyways, on to Watkins Glen.
Woo.
I'm glad to see this not in the playoffs.
Yeah, which I do feel like now that we're back to the chase, like it wouldn't hurt to have him
No,
in there.
it wouldn't, but
it just feels so like vintage chase that we don't have them in.
Yeah, definitely. So your past winners there, 22, you had Larson, 23, Byron, 24, Buescher. This was I was in Italy when this race happened.
That was a very like classic road course finish.
That was such a good finish to that race. And then last year you had SVG, because I remember the 24. I turned it on because we were coming in off of a red eye, and doing stuff all day and everything. And it was like probably like 7 p.m. there. Me and Mal had already like got ready for bed.
Yeah.
And I remember that was the race in the like first 2 laps. I think Blaney got wrecked out, or he got it was the whole thing with the DVP clock. Like it was honestly the kicker for them to change the DVP clock stuff.
Yeah. They towed him to the garage when in reality he should have went to the pits,
Yes.
fixed his car, went back out.
Yeah. And as soon as he wrecked, I said, I'm going to bed, and turned the race off and missed the, like, arguably one of the greatest Watkins Glen finishes.
I mean, you would have to go back to, like, Brad Keselowski and Marcus Ambrose dueling out. And, like, the Kyle Busch. Like, all
Isn't it kind of funny thinking about, like, the Brad and Marcos Ambrose?
And then Buescher and
SVG? Yeah. Yeah, so for Watkins Glen, we're back to picking the same for
I had 3
favorite, least
in
favorite.
the running for favorite that I had to narrow down today.
Yeah, there was one I didn't realize that it wasn't this week. It would have been my favorite. I thought it probably will be when I can't remember when he's running it, but the Bowman,
the Dragon. It's the All-Star car.
Oh, okay. That'll probably be my favorite for the All-Star.
Which I will say, bold to already announce your All-Star car and you're not even guaranteed to be in the race.
That's true.
Like, I mean, yeah, you're going to run in the open, but like you get what I'm trying to say.
Which also, let's be real,
he has a shot at the fan vote. It's between him and Gragson.
But also, okay, do you think he'll run that at Charlotte? Or do you think he?
Oh, the Dragon car?
Yeah.
No, that's just like the special
for
the All-Star.
Gotcha. Yeah. Anyways,
so paint schemes.
Yeah. Do you want to start with the least favorite?
Least favorite, and this should shock absolutely nobody. Ricky Stenhouse's Ram self-storage.
Yeah, that car's boring. It looks stupid. I don't.
And it's just got like the AI generated like logo.
Yeah. It's very boring, very lazy, very not crazy about it.
Not only do we share least favorite, but we share our favorite this week.
Mm-hmm.
And our favorite this week,
good old Cinco de Mayo car, that Modelo on Brad K.
It's so good.
Mm-hmm. Like, it really is.
Like, it has the right amount of white on it. It's a predominantly navy blue car, and then it's got that, like, light gold.
Yes.
And the foil number, which I will say does kind of get overplayed by some teams at different points, but, like, it fits the car.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, like, this just feels like vintage Brad, like a beer sponsorship again.
Yeah. Honorable mentions for me, Bubba Wallace.
Yeah,
the Hardee's car.
That was in the running.
I would say Cindric's Snap-on car.
Okay.
I think that's cool, the way with the wrench on it. It looks cool. Obviously the Busch Apple car, but we've talked about that one. I would also say that Briscoe's Mobile One car.
That was another one of my honorable mentions.
I love whenever a common sponsor changes up something.
Yeah.
Like, cause that's just a cool looking car.
Yeah. And then I'll say my final honorable mention was Noah Gragson's Frank's Red Hot Long John Silver's car.
I normally don't like whenever like the picture of a product is on a car, but that one, it looks cool.
Yeah. Like I like the Long John Silver's car as is, but then you throw like hot sauce all over the car and the bottle, like it fits good. I like it.
Also, another one that was good was Reddick's Jordan scheme.
Yeah.
The, like kind of sunrise looking, sunset, whatever. I like that one. I of course, I'm a sucker for the Jordan cars. Yeah, a lot of good cars this week.
Yeah.
I mean, you know. But on to the picks for this week, where we share some of the same, but then not entirely, which is great.
Yes.
All right, who you got for truck?
I have Connor Mozak for the trucks.
Okay.
Now, reason being behind this. He ran good at the one and only road course that they've been to so far this year, the street course of St. Pete.
Mm-hmm.
He is more of a road course guy.
Yeah.
That's literally just a gut
Yeah.
because I'm not picking Zillage. I'm not picking SVG. They do not have the truck starts,
Yeah.
like all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't know. That was a gut.
Yeah. I went with SVG.
Bold.
Yeah. I mean,
bold, but more bold.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's hard to pick against him in a road course, but also I do get what you're saying about not the amount of truck starts and stuff. But O'Reilly's, we share the same one.
Yeah. I mean, he's undefeated. He has not lost a race that he has started in the O'Reilly series at Watkins Glen, and we're picking Connor Zillage.
Yep.
He won, was it his, I know his first win was Watkins Glen 2024, but was that his first start too? I want to, hold on, let me Google that before I sound like a big old dummy.
For O'Reilly's, I think that might be, that might be right. It very well could be. Because I'm thinking of his first truck start being Coda.
Yeah, Connor Zillage achieved a historic victory in his first ever NASCAR Xfinity Series start, winning at Watkins Glen.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think he'll win. That's my pick.
I mean, honestly, if it comes down to it, we know that him and SVG, like, while they're friends and teammates, will, like, aggressively race each other.
Yeah, which is great.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about this real quick. The Wendy's commercial with Trackhouse,
yes,
is one of the funniest things in the world because Zillage just straight up looks like a little kid. And I mean, I know how old is he? 19? Something like that. He's really young.
Yeah, he is.
But like that commercial always just makes me laugh. Every time.
Because it's like a pit stop.
Yeah. It's just so funny.
We're getting back to like good comedic like NASCAR commercials to an extent.
Which is nice. All right, Cup, who you got?
Tyler Reddick.
Okay.
I cannot and will not pick a Trackhouse car until they show me anything.
Yeah, that's the tough part I had with my pick for this week.
Because SVG feels like the pick. And yes, he's the favorite. Like your favorite and your second most favorited in the betting odds. SVG's the favorite, Zillage is the second. But you look back to Coda this year. No, they didn't run bad, but they didn't have the car.
Yeah.
Like SVG on pure talent and ability was able to like wheel that car to second.
Yeah.
But then when he got there, he had nothing for Reddick.
Yeah.
And so like we have a small sample size of road courses to go on this year, and Reddick is still week in, week out running really good. He has not had a bad week yet.
Yeah.
So I feel more confident, especially after you went 2 for 3 last week. I feel like I need to get something on the board now.
Yeah.
And I knew you weren't going to go with Reddick. And I feel like that is probably the guy, if not maybe Bell.
Yeah. Damn. Now I'm second guessing my pick.
Hey, but, and this isn't to convince you to keep your pick. If there is a track that he's gonna bounce back on,
it's gonna be Watkins
and get a
Glen.
win. Yeah. And then if there's a track that Zillage is just gonna like
annihilate, I could see that too. Yeah, I'll stick with it. I went with SVG.
There we go.
I debated on going Buescher, honestly, because he's ran pretty decent this season, and he has his last win was at Watkins Glen, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. We haven't had a Buescher win since then.
I'm gonna double check because I agree, but for some reason I'm second guessing that.
The only thing that I was about to say, I'm pretty sure that was the last win he had. But yeah, no, I mean, who knows? For all we know, we might get a reignite of Chase on road courses and he might just dominate. Did that one hurt?
I mean, yes and no, because this he just has not been able to figure out how to like successfully drive the next gen car on road courses. Like his big advantage in the Gen 6 era on the road course was he found something that really fit his driving style, where he was able to drive that car more on edge than everybody else when it came to road courses and get more speed out of it.
Yeah,
But
that's
like,
true.
he is a great road racer though, like, and it still shows. He still has very consistent runs, I feel like, on road courses, but like until he shows like really, really, really good speed and can contend for a win or two on a road course, you got to chalk it up to he was one of the best in the Gen 6 era, and he's doesn't have it the same in this one.
Who knows? I mean, we'll see. I mean, honestly, we're probably going to be coming to you next week saying SVG won. You know,
maybe.
We'll see.
I mean, we'll see. I definitely think that this, like, Coda is a really good road course, but this is like, I don't know, like the super speedway of road courses, like how fast it is.
We've talked about that, how Watkins Glen is like that.
And it has very technical portions. Like, we're going to get a very deserving winner. Somebody's going to go out there and like really just one up.
Yeah. Everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be interesting because, like we said, Trackhouse doesn't have the stranglehold.
Yeah.
They you would think they would on road courses anymore. And yeah, I mean, they still have SVG and they have Zillage. And honestly, Chastain is no slouch on a road course. So like they have a good lineup for it, but it's just, I don't feel confident in that until they prove otherwise.
Yeah. Well, also the only thing, it's kind of hard to be like, oh, until they prove otherwise and everything, when we're talking about we've had one road course this season and it was Coda.
Yeah.
Like that's my other like devil's advocate of that statement. I totally understand what you're saying because Trackhouse just in general has not been what they've been in the past, and honestly kind of I expected Zillage to come in and run a little better than what he's been running, because he's running back there with Cody Ware, if we're going to be honest.
Yeah. Like he has glimpses, but it's yeah.
But
I think, I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, I don't mean until they prove otherwise on road courses. I just mean in general, because they have the big speed decrease this year compared to last year, and the small sample sizes in road courses we have. They didn't go out and dominate that road course, so I don't know if they're going. Yeah, like if they still have a road course to fall back on, even though they don't have the oval speed that they've had.
Yeah.
Does that
I get what you're saying now. Yeah. Well, anything else for this week? Are we good?
No, I think we're good. I think that was long enough. I think we yapped in these people's ears for the right amount of time.
I think so. A good spot to end it. All right, guys. This has been the Checkered Chat. I'm Justin.
I'm Blake.
It looks like it's about to start pouring down rain outside, so that's going to be awesome. If it got darker in here, that's probably why. Anyways, you guys can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff on there. Same thing with Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, and you can't forget about it, Audible. We will see you guys next week.
Bye.